Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Imal Manthila and this presentation explores how Airbnb data from Western Australia reveals what really drives pricing and guest satisfaction. Over the next 10 minutes, I'll take you through a data driven story built in Tableau showing how both location and um, property features shape the Airbnb market. So, the content is introduction to the research question, the data preparation, sub research questions, the two that I have selected, and then the data visualizations on how I will be answering the two questions and the main research question, and then we will be going into the key insights. Then I will do a recommendations on what the host and policymakers must do, and then I will create the conclusion for you. So this is our content for the presentation, and moving forward, let's start with the questions framed in this analysis. So the central question is what key factors influence Airbnb listing prices and customer satisfaction in Western Australia? To unpack this, I explored two sub research questions. How do property characters like bedrooms and amenities impact price? How does location influence pricing and occupancy? Together, these questions balance the physical and geographical sides of Airbnb success. In data preparation, the dataset was sourced from Kaggle's Airbnb Western Australia collection, that is 25th June 2023, that was updated. So the first thing I did was I began with data cleaning in Excel and Tableau Prep, removing missing values, converting pricing to numbers, and standardizing variables like room type and neighborhood. Then I created calculated fields such as amenity count and distance to Perth CBD, enabling deeper exploration of factors beyond raw listings. Finally, all visualizations were built in Tableau Desktop using a mix of descriptive, spatial, and comparative analysis to extract patterns in pricing and satisfaction. Location and pricing. This map visualization averaged nightly prices across Western Australia. Notice how Perth CBD, Margaret River, and Broome form clear premium clusters. The closer a listing sits to coastal attractions or city centers, the higher its average price. In contrast, inland and remote regions show lighter shades, indicating more affordable stays. This visual tells a simple story: proximity equals profitability. Tourist access, beaches, and urban convenience strongly determine Airbnb pricing. For policymakers, this pattern also signals where tourism infrastructure investments yield the highest return. Property characteristics and pricing. This is the next question. Here we see the bubble chart comparing bedrooms and price, with bubble size representing reviews and colors showing room type. A clear upward trend appearing as the number of bedroom increases, so does the nightly rate. The largest blue bubbles, entire homes sit at the upper price range, proving that size and privacy drive premium pricing. Green and orange bubbles, private or shared rooms cluster at lower prices, appealing to budget travelers. The larger bubble bubbles around 3 to 4 bedroom homes suggest those properties not only charge more but also receive more guest engagement and reviews linked to satisfaction. And then finally, my dashboard answering the main research question: what key factors influence Airbnb listing prices and customer satisfaction in Western Australia. Combining both visuals, we can now answer the main research question. Airbnb pricing and satisfaction in Western Australia are influenced by two major dimensions: where the property is and what the property offers. Location drives exposure and accessibility, while property characteristics like bedrooms and room type shape perceived comfort and value. In essence, Airbnb success here follows a formula. Tourist demand plus property quality equals pricing power. So the key insights from these analysis, several key findings emerge. Location and property size are strong predictors of price. Coastal and Perth-based listings attract the highest rates. Entire homes outperform private and shared rooms. Guest satisfaction rises with higher value listings. Together, these trends confirm that Airbnb success mirrors the broader tourism economy, where expensive, comfort, and proximity define value. And then we go into recommendations. Let's translate these insights into action. For Airbnb hosts, the goal is increase revenue and guest satisfaction through data driven actions. Using pricing tools that reflect location and seasonality, ensuring rates stay competitive with similar listings nearby. Invest in value adding amenities, Wi Fi, air conditioning, self check in because these strongly influence guest satisfaction and review scores. Maintain a response rate above 90%. Data shows responsiveness directly correlates with higher occupancy and superhost status. Highlight proximity to landmarks in listings description. Even small geographic advantages help justify premium pricing. For policymakers and tourism, for policymakers and tourism, improve transport links and digital access in regional towns to decentralize tourism away from Perth, providing incentive for sustainable accommodation upgrades such as solar energy and or eco certification, appealing to the growing eco traveler segment. These steps can raise both economic value and visitor experience, building a more balanced tourism ecosystem across Western Australia. In conclusion, to conclude this story, Airbnb performs in Western Australia is shaped by location, property quality, and host engagement. Listing near Perth or coastal attractions consistently command higher prices. Entire homes and apartments deliver stronger guest satisfaction due to prices, space, and amenities. The evidence shows that data informed decisions empower hosts to optimize pricing and service quality, policymakers to plan targeted tourism investments, and investors to identify profitable property types and regions. Ultimately, this analysis demonstrates the value of analytical storytelling, how combining numbers with narrative how combining numbers with narrative can translate raw data into strategic insight. Western Australia's Airbnb market is more than a map of listings. It is a reflection of how people value experience, accessible, and comfort in travel. Thank you for watching this analytical storytelling journey through Airbnb in Western Australia. I hope it's shown how data visualization can eliminate patterns and guide smarter tourism decisions. If you found this analysis insightful, please, please, please Like, comment, and subscribe for more data driven stories. I'm Imal Manthila, and this has been Airbnb in Western Australia, turning data into decisions.